Welcome to Align Trading, going over the trades today and the market structure. The first trade that we had early in the morning was this inverse cup that we had right here that we could not form this flag, and this is the reason I actually took the short here initially, is because we were forming this flag right here, which I thought was controlled selling at first, but since it was not breaking through the top of the algorithm, I decided to enter a short position even if my target was just down here, which I started unloading down here actually at the bottom of the algorithm and was all out of my position here. I thought we were going to move a little bit higher before we sold off once again. When we broke down again, I waited for the retest and I added my position up here and took another sell off down to this position right here, and then I took a break from the market because I saw this tapering algorithm starting to come in and I did not want something like this to form on me. We ended up forming the same algorithm right here and we started to taper, and once we did, I took this cup and handle, as you can see, with this controlled selling algorithm, and once we broke out, I wrote it for half a point to the top here, and then I called it a day on the trades. We had some further downside continuation here that you could have taken with this algorithm right here once it started to taper and form that inverse cup once again to the downside. You get the same algorithm here, tapering, forming that inverse cup, and to the downside once again. Now here at the bottom, we are looking like we have a taper for the rest of the day, which is just a chop. You do not want to be trading this after a big move like this. They're usually not going to reward the contracts. The market makers want to trap you at the end of the day. So that is why we have the chop and no move up or no more move down. Now let's go to the 30-minute chart. Yesterday I posted on X. If you're not already following me there, make sure you follow. I give a lot of call outs on there and just analysis. But I was posting and saying that as long as this orange algorithm right here stays in control, then we are not going to be able to break through and look for further downside. And that is exactly what we got, along with this algorithm right here that begins to taper, and you see the perfect dump right through it. Right here with this orange algorithm on the gap up, if you took calls, you needed to wait for this blue and yellow algorithm to form a handle and then see some sort of breakout like that to go higher, and you did not see that. So we got the rejection off of the 5-day moving average as well, was up here. If I turn that on, as you can see, we were up here towards that. So it was a couple resistance points and reasons to be looking to the downside more than the upside, even though we had a gap up. What I'm going to be looking for tomorrow now is, since we are at the bottom of this orange algorithm right here, I want to see if we can maybe form some sort of head to go like that and maybe break out of it. But just like today, if we do not break out of the orange algorithm, I will be looking for the controlled algorithms to then taper and continue going lower. As you can see right here, we did reach the level that we were looking for, that 505, and below that we would be getting towards some pretty big downside. Everyone is going to be looking for this right here. Everyone is dreaming about catching puts down to this 494 level. So that is even more reason why it would bounce here, unless we break out of this orange algorithm and start selling off way more aggressively, and then that is a possibility. Jay Powell speaks in the afternoon, so pay attention to that. That can be a catalyst depending on what he says. We could have a big move up, or we could continue dumping, possibly even staying flat. But I will say, if we start to pump tomorrow and Jay Powell comes in, watch for that reversal, and same to the downside, watch for the reversal. That is what I would be looking for. Now we're going to go to the daily chart and talk about the trend and how to gauge that. What I also said in yesterday's video and called out here on X was you have to wait for the 5-day moving average to be retested. You cannot be entering a new short position at the bottom Bollinger. So if you swung puts, that is why you not only had the gap up and probably got you out of your position, then we got the initial sell-off that you were hoping happened overnight, because we needed to retest the 5-day moving average, and sometimes you will get that, but overall you need to pay attention and wait for the retest. Right here we retested it, and now we are below the bottom Bollinger, so pay attention to this bottom Bollinger opening up to the downside more, and we retest the 5-day as we go down with the Bollinger, and then even test the 20-day once again sometime later on, after we maybe have a couple more selling days, if we do reach this level down here at 494, or we bounce back up and make the support once again. That is what I'm watching, and that is how you're going to establish the trend. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys tomorrow.